Afternoon, 2:02 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Saturday, July 22nd, 2023. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So I promised an XDC update this early afternoon as XDC's up better than 25% today. We talked about in the live yesterday, and we'll go to this, but we'll talk about this at the end. The XDC network dominates weekend top 100 roster with a 50% rally. So XDC, I say XRP, I meant XDC. XDC though fulfilled our technical target. If you were in the live yesterday, we talked about XDC. I showed this chart and I showed the technical target off of a breakout, and it actually broke out and hit this technical target perfectly. So this was the target off of the bull flag, or the, not the bull flag, but the, we were kind of in like a symmetrical, well, it was like a ascending triangle. You call it whatever you want. It's this triangle formation, downtrending resistance, uptrending support. It was a very long pattern formation. We converged here and finally had a breakout. We came down perfectly after the live yesterday, retested this area and used this as support here, came down, didn't break through, and now we're off to the races. So now the question is what does XDC do? Well, now we got to get past the 566 level, which is past the technical target. A typical type of consolidation here, if we look into the moving averages just very quickly here, we've had a full-blown golden cross here in the daily and the weekly. We're moving up. We're getting closer to a, not quite. We're going to have a weekly bullish cross as well, but in the daily we've had a golden cross. In the 4 hourly, our support level is starting to come up to about 4.3. The immediate short term in the 2 hour, we're going to have a correction here likely as we've double topped more than likely. So just look here. We've got the top first up here on 566. So we have to break that level. It's actually 573. And now we could have a pattern formation starting here. So let's do this together. As we see in the long term, we broke it out from in. We know we have a great pattern forming here if it continues. But now we need to see if it holds from the short term and out. So now this is how you start to, dissect the pattern. And it's not sexy, folks. It's not sexy in the beginning, but eventually, as you've seen with XRP, XLM, it starts building into a pattern. So now we have to guess with this. So we're going to go into a smaller time frame. So right now, the first pattern we can draw out to see if we're going to stay bullish is something like this. This is the immediate short term. If it breaks down from this, I'll show you kind of how we can start to divulge this pattern, what could possibly happen here. I like doing this when everybody's watching on the fly, because then maybe next time in the future, if I'm not available, or if you just want to make sure if you're watching somebody else that they're telling you the truth, you just start to use your own, deploy this. And then if it breaks down through that, well, maybe then we have to do more of a consolidation, and it'd be something more like this, which gives you more room. So that's immediately what I see in the XDC pattern. And in the live today, I'll talk more about XDC as well, but I wanted to do a full-fledged update. As you know, XLM and XDC are slowly going to start getting more coverage in this channel. It's the 3 X's. We own 12,222 XRP, XLM, and XDC tokens respectively. I believe you have to have a 1-to-1 in token value. I don't expect everybody to have all this money in the world, but if you do the token value, it's a beautiful thing. So this is what we're looking at for XDC. First layer to hold would be right here at the 515 level. Actually, it's a little bit lower. It's down here at about the 509. Second layer is going to put you around 476. So that's the immediate short term, and then to break out and continue this bullish push, we need to break over and hold 575. But this is oftentimes where you get a correction. But now if we can break out, we have a nice flag that formed that could give us another possible breakout point. But it all depends where you use the breakout as well, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, this is all speculation at this point because it's so early in the move. But I like to try to get so it's either going to be there on a breakout. That would be your technical target, or if you come down for a heavier consolidation and you have to come over here by the end of the breakout, it'd be a little bit smaller of a move. Not much, but still, it's nice to have it out there. But that's if it plays it true. Now, you could always come up here and say, oh, we're going to have the breakout point here and use this as the support for the breakout. But you would have to use it from up here. So you've got 3 little levels here that it could differ varying depending on where the breakout would happen. So that's on a break up. Now, if XDC would have proved that this was just a all for nothing rally, we would put it approximately right there on a reconsolidation, and it could get you down to 384, or if we were to just break down truthfully, it would bring you right back down to the 344 support. So pay very close attention to this, folks. Isn't that funny how that happens? So that's unfortunately the hardcore truth. We'll clone this if you're doing this on your own. And then you know the measurement. It's either a break up, and we'll go from, because it'll consolidate, maybe to break down. We'll just do it from here conservatively. So that would be your difference. You'd either have a break up, or we'll do it from here because it's the bottom as we're doing from the other side, because you measure it equally. And look, it'd bring you right down. So you're either going to 344 and back to the consolidation for XDC after the targeted move up was fulfilled. Almost, oh, it's not even on the line properly. Because I like to show how accurate this is. When you measure out the flags, when you actually have a move, it's crazy. Look at that. It basically hit it dead on. It's incredible. So it's kind of cool when you do your technical analysis how this happens. So as we see the technical target on a breakout, as we're in a very long formation, I guess suppose you could say it was a descending fashion, a descending triangle, but it was ascending as well from the bottom. So I just will call it a triangle formation breakout. And then we had a technical target on the breakout. It fulfilled it. It took a little bit to fulfill, but we put the measurement out, and look how it filled out perfectly. Perfectly. And now the technical target on a breakout, if we're using the elongated style correction, would be at anywhere between 6.6 and 6.82 depending on where it breaks out. And then on a breakdown, we would say we broke down through the bottom, and it would target you back down to the 344 area. So just pay attention to that. That's excellent technical analysis for anybody who is trying to get used to XDC and the pattern we're in and the expectations. And now let's finish with this. XDC network dominates weekend top 100 roster with 50% rally. The price of the XDC network token XDC has increased for a total of 5 consecutive days and is currently trading at its highest level since April 2022. The token climbed more than 40% from its lowest point in this month to its highest levels. At the time of writing, XDC was priced at 0.049, and as you know, it's gone up significantly. Well, not substantially, but it's up from there. We're up 23% on the day. So I wanted to talk more about, so most impressive, it was up 50%, dominating the list of weekend top. XDC network has experienced an improvement of 97.17% so far this year. The price of the token is rising with the chance of trend reversal, recovering from the trend line to hit new peaks while bumping up against resistance at 4 cents and support at 3 cents. It is anticipated that strong support will raise prices and establish new demand regions. The coin has gone over the 50-day and 25-day moving averages on the daily chart, which is positive. The market capitalization of XDC's network's token is now 683,630,126 following recent price movement. Most importantly, since this price was the highest on June 1st, XDC is clinging to a key resistance level. The relative strength index RSI has risen to an overbought state. Enterprises can use the XDC network as it is a blockchain that has both public and private components. It's the XinFin network's fuel token, allowing for a wide range of blockchain applications. Enterprises wishing to create or extend their infrastructure in a blockchain ecosystem will find the network's interoperable smart contracts and frictionless payments appealing. Make sure you hit that like button, consider subscribing to the channel if you got anything out of this, and share this far and wide. If you're an XDC holder like I am, hold strong, folks. I have no ambition of selling, and I bought in at 0.29, 12,222 tokens.